Hi all, welcome to our channel Job Masters. Today overview of SAP S4HANA, a demo presentation. Share my screen. Can you please confirm?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay.
Please go.
So today we are going to discuss about an overview of SAP S4HANA demo presentation. Everybody try to understand what is SAP and everybody is thinking about what is SAP and future of SAP software and who are all eligible to learn SAP, which SAP module suitable for me, and why I want to learn SAP, job opportunities in SAP. So what is SAP? So SAP stands for Systems, Applications and Products in Data Processing. SAP is an ERP software used by companies to manage finance, sales, purchase and HR, manufacturing, assets and reporting in single system. So instead of using Excel, Tally or manual work, companies used SAP now. Recording your transactions, control the business processes and generate real-time reports. Example, when a company sells a product, SAP automatically updates accounting transactions, inventory and customer balances and profit and loss. So let's coming to the future of SAP software. So SAP has a very strong future, especially S4HANA. Why SAP is moving completely to S4HANA? Earlier we are using ECC systems. Now we are using the SAP S4HANA. We can in-depth discuss in coming slides. SAP is now integrated with other modules like SD, and wherever there is a transaction, automatically it will update in our financial modules and we can see our reports such as nothing but balance sheet and P&L reports. So which SAP module suitable for me? It depends on the your background and your education. So if you have completed your BCom or MCom, MBA Finance, so you can choose SAP Finance and Controlling module. If any other graduations or post graduations like BTech or any other MCA or post graduation students can choose SAP basis. If they are looking for a technical modules, we can have a technical modules in SAP like basis and above modules, and there is a functional modules material management, SD sales and distribution, and PP production planning module, and PM production plant maintenance module, and there is a several functional modules and technical modules also will be there. And the students, if they are looking for a technical modules, it will be available in SAP. If the student is looking for a functional modules, the functional modules also will be available to grow their career growth. Nowadays in SAP, huge demand in market and where they wanted to improve their career growth. So why I want to learn SAP? So learning SAP FICO, not only FICO, there is the other modules also there. And now let's discuss about FICO. It's a high salary packages, global job opportunities, and corporate level exposure and strong career growth. And let us come to the job opportunities in SAP. So after SAP FICO, S4HANA training, you can work as SAP FICO consultant, SAP Functional Analyst, SAP End User, and Finance Executive, or there is a Business Analyst will be there. So there is a so many designations and depends on your skills. If you can learn SAP FICO, initially the freshers who are joining as a freshers, they will become as a associate SAP FICO consultants, and after they're getting the next level position SAP FICO consultant, and the next level position senior SAP FICO consultant, and lead, and associate manager, and manager. These designations will be similar to other organizations as well. And let us moving to the next slide. So here we are going to discuss about introduction to ERP and introduction to SAP. SAP is one of the package under ERP. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. ERP automates the task involved in performing a business process. ERP enables planning of all the resource like man, mission, materials, and money in an organization. So let's come to the introduction to SAP. SAP is a leading ERP package. We already discussed about SAP stands for Systems, Applications, Product in Data Processing. SAP enables an enterprise to undertake its day-to-day and long-term activities in an effective and efficient way. Use of this package makes it possible to track and manage in real time sales, production, and financial accounting and human resource activities in an enterprise. Let's discuss about some brief history about SAP. So here SAP found in year of 1972 by 4 or 5 IBM former employees. Before 1977, we used systems analysis and program development, and then SAP started with R by 3, then ECC, and now the latest ERP system is SAP S4HANA, which runs on HANA database. So here we can discuss about R by 3. What is R by 3? There is a 3 structure like presentation layer, application layer, database layer. Presentation layer, user interface, example SAP GUI. Application layer is nothing but business logic. The technical consultant which developed by a programming technical logic. And database layer, data storage. Whenever we are going to post any transactional data, that particular information which can be storing in a respective tables. So let's moving to the next slide. So in ERP, before SAP, we can use example Tally or Oracle or PeopleSoft. These are the non-SAP systems where we can use to see their financial positions or financial reports, such as nothing but balance sheet and P&L statements, how much they are getting the profit, and they can see by using any of the module before SAP. So whenever they are using this particular non-SAP systems like Tally and Oracle PeopleSoft, unless coming to the month end, they don't know what is their financial statement. They need to wait until month end to see their financial statements. That means in day-to-day operations, they are booking all the day-to-day operations, day-to-day transactions, and they need to wait to see their financial statement at the time of month end. Now in SAP, we can see at any point of time. We can see their financial report at any point of time, real-time reports. So that is the big advantage in SAP other than other modules like Tally, Oracle, and PeopleSoft. Let's moving to the next slide. So before going to the SAP, we try to understand what is the basic accounting concepts. All are already learnt in your educational time. What is the accounting rules and the basic and golden rules. Here, what is debit and credit? How you are going to indicate which one is debit and which one is credit. We can determine based on the golden rules and accounting rules. We can bifurcate it into three rules as per the accounting standards: personal account, real account, and nominal account. Personal account, receiver is debit, giver is credit. The person involves in the transaction. And real account, it relevant to assets related. What comes in is debited, what goes out is credited. And nominal account, expenses, losses are debited and incomes and gains are credited. This is the golden rules or accounting rules which can be determined which one is debited and which one is credited while posting the transactional data. Let's moving to the accounting entries. Here, every transaction has two sides, either debit or credit. So at least one debit line item and one credit line item we can treat as a transactional data and based on accounting and golden rules. And moving to the financial statements, nothing but balance sheet, assets, liabilities, equity is nothing but our financial statement, and P&L, profit and loss statement, incomes and expenses. So this is the basic accounting concepts. We need to understand about basic accounting concepts before going to the SAP. So let's moving to the next slide. So in SAP modules, so there is several SAP modules like financial accounting, controlling, material management, sales and distribution, quality management, and plant and maintenance, production planning, and human capital management. Here, let's discuss about financial accounting. In financial accounting, why it is required? Any organization, if they wanted to see their financial position or financial reports, we required a financial accounting module. In controlling module, where they wanted to track expenses, incomes, and where they wanted to control the cost each department wise, we required a controlling module. How business wants to control the expenses and increase their profitability. Let's coming to the material management. In material management, how we are going to procure the material from the vendors and whatever relevant to the related transactions which we are going to post in material management module. That can be taken care of by the consultant. Let's coming to the sales and distribution, where business wants to sell a product to the customer. So such kind of transactions we can track by using the sales and distribution module. This will handled by the SD consultant, and wherever there is a scope, the FICO consultant will involve. And let's come to the quality management, the quality of the product checking, and plant and maintenance, and in a work center or work location, how the product is going to produce, and production planning module, and how production planning team is going to manufacturing a product and producing that respective product, and HCM, human capital management, it's relevant to the employees, and HR related modules, transactions, salaries, nothing but. So these are all the modules and the different purposes, and each module each consultant will take care of it. So let's moving to the next slide. So here we have a SAP FI modules. In SAP FI modules, so we can have general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, asset accounting, taxation, and cash accounting, and banking. We can have a multiple subledgers under FI modules. The main ledger we can call as a general ledger, which is used for business reporting purpose, and it will collect and track whatever subledger module related transactions. Here it is a central record. General ledger is a central record. It records all subledger as discussed, assets, liabilities, incomes, and expenses. Example, salary related expenses, rent related expenses, and sales revenue, and electricity charges, etc. etc. So let's coming to the accounts payable module. In accounts payable module, manages vendor related transactions. It handles vendor invoices, vendor payments, advance payments, TDS, withholding taxes. And moving to the accounts receivable, it is also one of the subledger under the FI module. In accounts receivable, manages customer related transactions. It handles customer invoices, customer receipts, outstanding balances, dunning process. Example, when a company sells goods on credit and the customer has to pay later, the amount is tracked in accounts payable module. The same like accounts payable. In accounts payable, when a company purchases raw materials and has to pay the supplier later, the transaction is recorded in accounts payable module. So moving to the asset accounting. Asset accounting manages fixed assets of the company. It includes asset creation, asset capitalization, depreciation, asset sale or retirement. Example, machinery, computers, vehicles, furniture, so etc. Here we need to calculate the depreciation. Depreciation is automatically calculated and posted to P&L account in our SAP FI module. So let's moving to the taxation. The tax module ensures statutory and legal requirement purpose. Whenever you process any transactional data, either vendor related or customer related, we supposed to make some tax to the government. So how we are going to calculate the tax and how we are going to post a transactional data along with taxation. So we in depth we can discuss in coming sessions. So let's moving to the cash account. Cash account is used for cash based transactions. Example, it's nothing but a petty cash expenses, small office expenses, local travel expenses. It is used when bank is not involved. It's nothing but day-to-day cash transactions, small expenses. Purpose, we can use this particular cash accounting module. Let's moving to the banking. Banking handles bank related transactions. It includes bank payments, bank receipts, bank reconciliations. Example, vendor payment through bank, customer payment received in the bank, SAP reconciles bank statement with system entries. So we can have a manual bank statement and electronic bank statements to reconcile that bank related transactions. In-depth information we can discuss in coming sessions. So let's moving to the next slide. So in SAP, each module we can have a organizational structure. What is meant by organizational structure? How business wants to see their financial position at what level? That is nothing but organizational structure. Here, each module level, we can have a organizational units, nothing but under financial accounting, we can have company, company code, business area, profit center, and segment. Company. What is meant by company? Company, if we have a business, for example, let us take an example. So in Reliance Industries, in Reliance having the one Reliance Petroleum is there, Reliance networks will be there. So there is a different nature of businesses will be there. So each business nature, they are going to create a different legal entity. Legal entity is nothing but company code. So if they want business wants to see their all legal entities reports in a single report is nothing but consolidation report. If business wants to see their consolidation report, they can use company is one of the organizational unit. And let's come to the next one, company code. Company code is nothing but a legal entity, and each legal entity wise, if business wants to see their financial position, such as nothing but balance sheet and P&L accounts, their reports at company code level, they will be creating as a legal entities, nothing but company codes. So let's moving to the next one, business area, profit center, and segment. Business area, if business wants to see their financial report at each location wise, each region wise, each particular business area wise. So if they have the business in Bangalore location, in Hyderabad location for the same legal entity, in such a case, we'll be creating a one business area for Bangalore, one business area for Hyderabad location. Or within the Bangalore location, we can have a multiple locations. If business wants to create a different business area, we can able to create. And the profit center also same, like each region wise, each location wise, and how business wants to see their report at profit center level. Profit center is nothing but a mirror ledger. It collects balance sheet items and as well as P&L items. And the segment also same as it is. So each region wise, each location wise, and how they wanted to track and whatever regarding the transactions at each region wise, location wise, at segmental level reporting wise, they can see their financial reports at segment level. And let's move to the controlling module. And controlling module, we can have a organizational units, controlling area, operating concern. In controlling area is nothing but a umbrella. Under the controlling area, it handles cost element accounting and cost center accounting and internal orders and product costing and profit center accounting. So there are several modules will be there. It's nothing but how business wants to control the cost at each departmental wise and how they are going to track the cost at each project wise, nothing but internal order. There is so many cost objects will be there. So we can discuss in coming sessions. Operating concern. Operating concern is nothing but controlling profitability analysis. So each product wise, we can see our organizational reports, whether organization, our particular company is getting profit or loss at each product level. We can control, we can track through operating concern. So let's moving to the material management. Here plant and purchasing organization. So plant where product is produced is nothing but plant, and purchasing organization where responsibility to produce the product is nothing but purchasing organization. So consultant will take care of this particular part, and wherever there is a integration between FI and our we will also be involved, and we have to give support to the consultant as well. So let's moving to the sales and distribution. Sales organization and a distribution channel and division and a sales area. So sales organization is nothing but responsibility to selling the product is nothing but sales organization. So distribution channel is nothing but the way how business is going to sell their product. Example, retailer, wholesaler, like that. So let's come to the divisions. So based on the division wise, business will confirm how many divisions they wanted, and based on the business process, the SD person can create the divisions and sales area with the combination of they are going to set up the sales organization and distribution channel and division. So this will be handled by the SD consultant, and the same way production, quality, maintenance, so plant and other org structures will be there. The respective module consultants will take care of these respective things. So let's move to the next slide. So here we can see our financial transaction. So in non-SAP systems also we are processing the our financial transactions. So whenever you go, for example, let's take an example. You go to the bank and you have a bank account number. You can do either bank deposit or withdrawals. Whenever you do the transaction, in bankers will track your accounting transactions in your passbook and as well as in bank records, right? So here, whenever you deposit some amount, so we need to write a voucher and we need to specify date, which date, which voucher type, and which year, and the text and description and amount and currency and your account number and everything you can mention in your voucher. The respective form you need to fill and you can give to the banker, and banker will collect that respective voucher, that form, and he will collect that money from you, right? So the same way, whenever you post a transaction in SAP terminology, whatever the transactions, we can convert it into SAP terminology. First, we try to understand about SAP terminology. In before non-SAP, you know what is the transactional data. We need to update date and period and voucher type and text and description. In SAP, how we are going to post a transactional data? Here we are going to post a transactional data. Date we can call as a posting date and document date and entry date. And year we can call as a fiscal year. Period we can call as a posting period, and voucher type we can call as a document type, and there is a debit and credit indication, we can use the posting keys, and there is a which one is debit, either bank account or cash account, that we can treat as a bank GL account, we can treat as master data in SAP system, and there is a text and amount and currency. Here we need to understand the SAP terminology. In non-SAP, how we are going to call that particular parameter. In SAP, how we are going to call in SAP terminology. In yellow color, whatever it is showing here is nothing but SAP terminology. Other colors is nothing but non-SAP terminology. You can easily understand in non-SAP how we are going to process a transaction, in SAP how we will be posting a transaction in SAP, that we can understand this particular information. Here we try to understand there is a header information and line item information in SAP. In header information, we can have posting date, document date, entry date, and fiscal year, header text, posting period, document type. We can call as a header information in SAP. In line item wise information, we can call as a line item information in SAP terminology. So here, one transaction, at least one debit transaction and one credit transaction. So example, debit bank account and credit cash account, 1000 rupees, and currency INR. So this is nothing but a transactional data. the day-to-day business transactions which business user is going to post in the system. So now we understand what is the differences between SAP terminology and non-SAP terminology and in transactional data perspective. So let's moving to the next slide. So here SAP controlling module overview. So here we are going to discuss about some overview about SAP controlling module. In controlling module, we can do planning, tracking, and control the cost within the organization. It integrates with other submodules as well and PP and other several modules, MM and as well as SD. So there is a key functions under controlling module, cost element accounting, classification of the cost and revenue. This cost element accounting is integrated between and FI and CO and cost center accounting. Monitoring the cost by department wise, we can track and collect the expenditure at each departmental wise. So how business wants to control the cost, each departmental wise it collects the cost and it controls the cost. If we can reduce the cost, we can increase the profitability. So that is the reason we can have a controlling module. Let's moving to the profit center accounting. So in profit center accounting, it's nothing but a mirror ledger. It collects the balance sheet and as well as P&L items, measuring profitability of business units. And let's moving to the internal orders. Internal orders tracking a project related cost, and each project level we can track the cost and we can analyze the cost, either internal reporting purpose, either external reporting purpose. So product costing, calculating the cost of goods and services. Each product level we can calculate the cost, material cost and overheads and indirect overheads at each product level, and collectively as well we can calculate the cost in product costing module. And profitability analysis, it's a operating concern. We can analyzing the profits by each product level, customer or region. So it collects the P&L items, expenses and incomes to know about organizational net profit or net loss at each product level and customer wise, region wise. Let's move to the next slide. So integrations. So FAMM integration, FISD integration. FAMM integration. So earlier we can have a non-SAP systems. So in non-SAP systems, when you post a MM related transactions in MM site, the transaction which is not updated in FI module. In SAP, we overcome that challenges. Whenever we post any transaction in MM site, the transaction automatically gets updated in finance module as well. We don't need to perform any reconciliation in FI side and MM side earlier. So until coming the month end, we don't know what is our profitability because of uh, business posting is some transactions in MM side, business post is some transactions in FI side, and there is no proper reconciliation between FI and MM. So until coming the month end, they need to reconcile FI and MM and adjust the whatever the day-to-day operation related transactions and balances, and they can see their reports. Now in SAP, we already overcome that challenges, and this is a very big advantage we are getting from the SAP. One of the advantage. So whenever business wants to post any transactions in MM side or SD side, the financial related transactions automatically gets updated in FI side. Then the business can easily see their financial reports. So this integration also. So what is our roles and responsibilities in FI side? So we can discuss in depth. We can discuss in coming classes. And let's moving to the next slide. So please let me know if you have any concerns or questions. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, audible.
So till here you can see my screen and everything, whatever we have discussed, you can see and you can understand. Or do you have any questions we can discuss now? Hello, do you have any questions? Yeah, Praveen, Harish, Vinod. Okay, thank you for joining this session. And we already recording this session, so we will share with you the recording as well. So you can see and you can let me know if you have any questions or concerns. So we will discuss, and going forward, we can discuss in depth about configuration and master data and transactional data. Thank you for joining this session. If you don't have any questions, we can wind up the session, and we'll share you this recording as well. So we can have a YouTube channel. This demo also we can put it in our YouTube channel. So you go through that demo session, and if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us, and we can continue our sessions and SAP and landscape and the remaining topics we'll discuss in depth. Okay, thank you very much for joining this session. So this is our
Okay,
YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel, and so whatever the upcoming information, we will update you, and we can start our sessions. Okay, thank you.
okay, thank you.
Looking for in-depth job-focused IT training, please reach out to Job Masters Technologies and take the next step in your career. If you found this video useful, please like, share, subscribe to our channel.